On a runway in the fog, two pilots believed they had clearance to take off. Only one of them was right. This is the story of a single misunderstanding that led to the deadliest crash in aviation history. On March 27, 1977, the small, quiet airport of Los Rodeos on the island of Tenerife became an unlikely hub of international air traffic. A terrorist bomb threat had closed the main airport at Las Palmas, forcing dozens of flights, including two massive Boeing 747s, to divert here. What was meant to be a temporary inconvenience turned into a perfect storm of human error, miscommunication, and tragic circumstance. This is the story of two giants of the sky: KLM Flight 4805, a Dutch jumbo jet on a charter flight, and Pan Am Flight 1736, a US-bound passenger plane. Both aircraft were on the ground, their passengers restless and their crews anxious to depart. But as the hours passed, a thick, soupy fog began to roll in, blanketing the airfield and reducing visibility to near zero. With the single taxiway blocked by other diverted aircraft, both 747s were forced to taxi down the main runway itself. The air traffic controller, unable to see the planes, relied on their radio communications. It was a perilous situation, a blind game of cat and mouse on an active runway. A cascade of miscommunications began. The KLM pilot, eager to get back on schedule, misunderstood a routine clearance. He believed he was cleared for takeoff. The Pan Am crew, still on the runway, was trying to find their designated exit point in the fog. The KLM captain, with his first officer and flight engineer, was under pressure. He was approaching the limit of his duty time, and he wanted to get his passengers to their destination. He released the brakes and pushed the throttles forward. The 747 began its thunderous run down the runway, unaware that another giant was still in its path. In the Pan Am cockpit, a sudden cry of alarm. A giant, shadowy shape was barreling toward them. The pilot frantically pushed the throttles to accelerate off the runway, but it was too late. The KLM crew, seeing the Pan Am jet, tried to pull back on the yoke, to lift off and clear the other plane. But the aircraft was too heavy, laden with fuel, and its attempt to climb was in vain. At 5:06 p.m., the KLM 747, traveling at over 160 miles per hour, slammed into the Pan Am jumbo jet. The force of the impact ripped the Pan Am plane apart, and both aircraft erupted into a colossal fireball. It was the deadliest accident in aviation history. All 248 people on the KLM flight perished, and 335 of the 396 on the Pan Am flight were killed. The Tenerife disaster was a grim lesson in the power of human factors in aviation. The investigation would reveal a confluence of factors: a bomb threat, a crowded airport, poor visibility, and, most crucially, a breakdown in communication and a fatal misinterpretation of a single command. It was a tragedy that would forever change aviation safety, a fatal folly born not of mechanical failure, but of human misunderstanding. Follow for more true stories.